Happy fall, y'all. Summer's over. Favorite season's here. Time for apple spice, pumpkin spice, all that fun jazz. Y'all enjoy it. I know you do. Don't tell me you don't. Whatever. So I actually just a little while ago did a video on this thing right here behind me. I'll post that another day. It's not my main focus for today. My main focus is right over here. Another one of the cars. I've been meaning to do a video on this one for a while. Just took it to first cruising of the year. I only do a couple a year, but this one's about 50 minutes from my house. That one there, the old Buick. Spent 5 hours cleaning it this week after work. So, do the cruising, had a lot of fun. Here to do a video on that because I'm meaning to for a long time. I'm also wearing the Tech Tyler shirt. If you're not following him on here, you need to. He does really cool shit with Grand Prix, and he's actually the one that did the 3500 swap on the Beretta back in the day. So, if y'all enjoy the video, I know I enjoyed making it, so here y'all go. Okay, so 89 Park Avenue has about 180,000 on it now. Done a few things to the outside. I got an old school Buick banner on the windshield. I've got quad fogs on the front. And I've also got, since we don't need front plates anymore, I got a nice one that's a little more period correct. It was a little hard to find that, but I'm real happy with it. It looks good when you take it to shows and stuff as well. Changed out the emblem on the hood. It went off of the Century, so it matches the one on the grill. Painted the grill black, because I like the chrome, but I needed to break it up a little bit, and it helps give a little more of an aggressive look, which is weird for Park Avenue, but it's a style I like. So these also took a very long time to find. Very long time. All the way around. 16x8 Grand Prix wheels. They came on the late 80s Grand Prix GTPs, and they have 245 50 16s on, which is pretty fat tires for them, but there's a factory size for those wheels, and I'm very happy with how it makes the car look. Also got my dual exhaust. Just ran into a knockoff Magnaflow, which I've actually got a Hooker aero chamber that I'll be putting on it here probably next year. Not doing much more work this year on it. It's getting late, it's fall. Also got for the taillights, they're off of the Electra Park Avenue Ultra, which is very rare for that year. Found one in a junkyard, and they've got backup lights are factory tinted, which is pretty slick. I mean, I'm pretty happy with it. I think it looks good on there too, and it helps with the fact that I also have the windows tinted. And I've also blacked some stuff out. Windows are only 35% tint. That's enough though. I actually do have ZZP lifters in it, because I redid the intake gaskets a while back on it. I'll get to that in a second. Full leather. Grant steering wheel. Got a little Buick horn button on it. I know not a lot of classic guys are into it, but I have an aftermarket radio deck because I like to crank music, and a factory radio wasn't going to cut it for what I do. She's in pretty good shape though for the year. I mean, it's got a little bit of wear on the inside. I need a headliner. Just need one since I've bought it like 10 years ago. Whatever, we'll get to it. Still have the original mats. I got them all cleaned up for the show as well. And now for the rest of the pretty stuff. This is actually the selling point on the car for me, sadly, of all things. Oh! And huzzah! Opens like a Corvette. A strut tower brace off of a 90s GM. Also painted up the engine because I redid the intake gaskets. Did a gold metallic. And the valve covers, I did the valve covers in a black pearl. I'm really happy with how that turned out as well. When I did the intake gaskets, I port matched the intake to the cylinder heads. And I went ahead and changed out the lifters as well. And while I was doing the lifters, I realized that the ZZP, I guess you can consider them a high capacity lifter. were cheaper than factory lifters. So I put a full set of them in there, and no more lifter tick. She sounds great, and for $100 I couldn't beat it. So I have this. This isn't going to mean much to some of you guys, but the diehard 90s GM guys, you'll get it. Factory cap. Found that in a salvage yard. LKQ. It was on a Cutlass, if I remember correctly. Very hard to find them. It was perfect for the show because I try and keep a lot of the stuff that's done to this car is update, upgrade, all that stuff. But I try and keep everything more period correct for what I do to it. So, I mean, that's essentially a pretty quick rundown of it. I did beef up the suspension a little. Everything's been replaced front to back. A bigger sway bar on the front, bigger sway bar on the rear. It's actually got a sway bar off of a old touring sedan on the rear. It's got a Seville front sway bar. So, I mean, it definitely helps. I mean, this handle's great. It's not a quick car by any means. I mean, it's a heavy car with a pretty standard engine, but this handle's great. It's a lot of fun. Fun to take to cruise-ins. And there y'all have it. 89 Park Avenue. Just give me a little bit of time. I'll get the video of my little bit of work I did to the Caprice up, and then we'll go from there. So thanks y'all for tuning in for another video. Enjoy this season. Enjoy the weekend. Thanks for tuning in. I've got a video coming up here on that. Where is she? There she is. I'm really bad at turning with this thing. Whoa, 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 whoa.